Okay, so here today, I just wanted to announce the stash and dash that I'm actually going to be doing. Oh, I thought my phone just turned on. The stash and dash that I'm going to be doing is basically just me stashing a few prizes at a few different locations, and you have the chance to go find these prizes. And the reason that I'm going to be doing this is just to give back to my subscribers. I'm going to be doing this very low key. I'm going to be doing it kind of a surprise one. So definitely keep an eye out for my channel. I definitely want to do this in the near future. So definitely just keep your eyes out. I will be either going live on my YouTube to announce that I'm actually going to be doing it that day or something along those lines. I probably will announce it in the Wake and Bake stream. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But I will give a little bit of a heads up. I'll announce it in one of the Wake and Bake streams and then definitely do it a few days after that. So I'll give you guys a rundown of what locations to be keeping an eye out for and all that. But I might as well just turn this into a regular stream. I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday night. Whoever's in the chat, shout out to you. I definitely want to keep doing more live streams more often, but the ones that I have been doing in the past couple weeks have been mainly wake and bake streams. I've been covering different cannabis topics, such as the event that I just went to the other night. Let me show you a little bit of a video just posted on one of my Instagram accounts of this event that I was just at the other night. This was a Capadonna concert, basically. It was an event ran by, I'm not even sure who was the one that really ran it, but it was the Sensi magazine or some shit like that. It was definitely really dope. It was a free event, but they had some really good artists performing. They had Capadonna, of course, but they also had a few other people that were actually very dope to see. Honestly, they did a very good job, and overall, it just was a very cool event. I really was satisfied with the event overall, and I definitely got some really, really dope videos. So I will be posting a vlog of this event in the near future. I would say this event or the vlog for this event would most likely be posted next week. So definitely keep an eye out for that too. But I'm gonna turn on some music. I'm just gonna smoke a little bit and then cut it off for the day. I definitely I'm gonna try to do lives where I actually have more of a topic so I can focus in on different things that I want to cover and whatnot. I did have one person recommend that I talk about the Peter Yan versus Sean O'Malley fight, and that definitely is something that I'm gonna cover. I definitely want to rewatch that over. I just watched it, and honestly, it it does seem like it could be a robbery in some sense, but I don't know. I think people are underselling it on Sean O'Malley's part. I think Sean O'Malley is actually he's a star. I think that his movements are something that people kind of overlook. He's not someone that is overdoing it. He's hitting you with precision, and he's hitting you very how should I say this without sounding dumb? He's hitting you when you're off balance. So he's trying to wait and hit you at the perfect timing. He is very smart with his movements. He is not going to put himself in too much danger, and that is something that we have to really applaud, because when you see someone at that high of a level being able to control their opponent and control the amount the opponent is able to hit them, that is elite. Because of course you want to go into a fight and you don't want to get hit. You don't want to get hurt when you're in a fight. Any dummy that tells you, "Oh yeah, I feel like I'll do better if I get hit first," that person is scared out of their mind. Because any person that goes into a fight is scared. That's one thing people I don't know, everyone usually lies about that. They say, "Oh yeah, I could not be scared. I this, that, and the third." They always have some excuse why they would never be scared in that moment. But we're animals. We're these creatures that live off fear. We strive off fear. So I don't know. If you ask any professional fighter, if you ask any elite fighter, they would say that the fear is what drives them to be great. Any smart fighter, I should say. Ask George St. Pierre. Ask any high IQ fighter. They're gonna tell you that they strive off fear. But I've went completely off topic. One thing I definitely want to do with this channel too is I definitely want to cover more cannabis events. So if you if you have if you have any events that are in your local area, such as if you are someone that is in Massachusetts and there's events around you that you think that I might not know about, leave it in the comments. I am super down to go check those events out. And one thing I definitely am gonna try to go do within the next month or so, because my birthday is coming up. I want to do a cool little event for my birthday and do like a vlog for it. But I want to go to one of those consumption lounges that they have. I think they're mainly only in Rhode Island, if I'm not mistaken. But it'd be super cool to go to one of those consumption lounges and just do a vlog. I think that it'd be something that a lot of people really haven't covered yet. A lot of people they've heard about the consumption lounges, and they've heard what up, what up, bro? How's it going? What was I just saying? Oh yeah, a lot of people know about the consumption lounges. They know about how there is consumption lounges in this area, because there actually is some in Massachusetts. I know there's more in Rhode Island, as I just said, but a lot of people know about them, but they just haven't even visited them. And I think that it is definitely something that would be dope to see a lot of more people at. I personally have not checked any of them out yet, so I shouldn't be saying that a lot of people should check them out, because I don't even know if they're really fun yet. But from the looks of it, I've seen people have like special events at them, and it looks really cool. That's why it would be dope to do a special event for my birthday at one of those events, I think, or at one of those locations. I think that would be a cool thing to document. But right now, what I'm smoking on is the Old Dirty Biker from Theory Wellness. Theory Wellness is this brand that I personally am not familiar with at all. To be honest, I did smoke some of this flower before that event that I just showed you guys a video of, and honestly, this right here is burning. It's burning very nice. I'm really enjoying this one. Everything about this strain, honestly, is really, really good. I'm actually a huge fan of this brand just off this strain. It's always a, it's always a huge plus when you come across a strain that gives you just a very good first impression on the brand, because then it makes you want to check out everything, even if the second strain that you get is trash. you at least have that first experience where you can always think back to that. It's kind of like Harbor House for me. Harbor House, I've had some strains from them that have been kind of iffy, not the best in the world, but not bad at all. And I've had some other strains that are really, really good. So that's what makes me keep going back to Harbor House. I did just post a review of the, let me think. It is a review of the secret cookies from Harbor House, and I literally just posted it probably about 10 minutes ago. That review right there was really good. I actually really loved that strain. So, highly recommend you guys check that one out. I'm I'm debating on doing a live review of strains. I feel like that might be a better way of actually reviewing the strain completely because then I can give you guys a very honest, just raw opinion of it without the edits, without the nonsense, just completely raw. Me giving you my opinion of it right as I'm smoking it. I feel like that'd be the dopest way to do it, which I probably should be doing right now, to be honest. I could even clip it, to be honest. Let's do it. Fuck it. All right. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion of this old dirty biker by Theory Wellness. And I'm gonna repeat myself real quick. This is my first time doing a live or a review live, so bear with me. This right here is definitely a really, really good strain. I would say that this one right here, it's passing all the tests for the most part. It is one of those strains that isn't going to be super appealing from the look. It's not going to be super appealing from the smell, but the taste and the high are really nice. I would say that this one right here, it has a decently, it's like Swedish aftertaste, but it's a very funky, musky, weird beginning taste that is actually kind of enjoyable. Honestly, it's a taste that I actually am not complaining about at all. I would say that this taste is actually really nice. So I would give this one, let me give it another taste. Let me give you guys a real raw opinion of this. I feel like this will be a way better way of doing reviews because if I cut out the whole part of me second guessing myself and thinking, is that number right? Is that number right? That part kind of blurs the lines of if it actually is really that number that I believe it is or not, you know? So let's see. Out of the joint, I would say this one right here. For the taste, I'm gonna go with it's a, I don't want to say it's in the eights because it's honestly not close to some of the things that I have given eights to. So I would honestly say that this one overall for the taste out of a joint, I'm gonna say it's like a 7.6. I would say a 7.6 is fair. It's not bad. It really has a very good aftertaste, but it's not the best beginning taste. It's funky and just kind of weird. It's kind of strange. I can definitely understand why they said old dirty biker for this strain. It makes a lot of sense. This one, is a funky, weird tasting strain that honestly it does get better. The aftertaste does get better, but it's not the best. It's not going to draw a lot of people in by the taste. So 7.6 for the taste out of a joint, very fair. Out of the bong, it might be a little bit lower. Let's double check. It's a little bit better. Honestly, I would say no. I would say that out of the joint, it's a little bit better. I'm gonna have to say for the taste out of the bong, it's gonna get a 7.4. So we're gonna round that to a 7.5. That leads us to the look, though. And the look on this one, it's kind of ugly. If I'm just being honest with you, it's very ugly. This one, it's gonna get like a 6.4. 6.4. So let me keep track of these numbers real quick. We got a 7.5. So it's 6.4 for the look and a 7.5 for the taste. That leads us to the smell. And for the smell on this one, honestly, not really that good, to be honest. It has this funky, weird. It's a classic Kush type smell. Honestly, it's a very funky, weird, musky smell. I'm gonna have to say, if I'm just being completely honest, I would say for the smell, it's gonna have to get like a 5.8. I'm being honest. I have to be honest. See, this is why I should be live every single time. It it puts a pressure on my shoulders. It makes me have to want to be completely honest. And this getting a 5.8 is it's fair. I'm gonna be honest with this one. I think that is fair. So that was a 7.5 for the taste, a 6.4 for the look, and a 5.8 for the for the smell. Let's see. That leads us to the high, and overall for the high, I'm a huge fan of this high. Honestly, I'm a real big fan of this high, and it's gonna suck because I know that I probably have lost a lot of viewers talking about how this strain doesn't appeal to me in the look range, in the smell range, in the taste, because a lot of people really are hung up on those factors of a strain, even though those factors really don't matter at all. At all. Those factors don't matter. People that really look at those factors as a thing don't know about weed. Um, those factors don't matter because I have some headband from Trade Roots right now. It looks ugly. It looks ugly as hell, to be honest. And they over trimmed it. Let me be honest about that. They way over trimmed it. But I would say looks, smell, taste. If you're looking at those as the thing, then you're gonna miss out on a lot of fun because there's some strains like this one right here that is really, really good. This old dirty biker right here, the high on this one, wow. Honestly, I'm gonna honestly have to say like a 9.8, which I'm hyping it. I am hyping it, but I gave it some really low ratings. I gave it some really, really, really low ratings, and it deserves this 9.8. And the reason why is because the high is so clean. The high is so nice. And overall, I'm really just a huge fan of this high. I'm just blown away at how cool of a feeling this is, to be honest. I was smoking it after work and I just felt super relieved of all the stress. You know what I mean? Everyone knows that after work feeling where you just want to just chill out. You want to stop doing all of the labor work that you were just doing and you want to relax. So, this right here was the best thing I could have smoked. It was the perfect strain for after work, and I'm a real big fan. Honestly, I smoked this one before work too, and it was smoking clean. I smoked just a small joint before work and a small joint after work too, and it was the type of high where I was looking at the joint. I'm like, I already thought I smoked this thing. I'm like, I already thought I smoked more than half of it, and the thing was already, it was still like full, you know? It's that good. I would say that the Old Dirty Biker as a strain definitely gets my recommendation. So that leads me to round up all these numbers. And this is my first time doing a live review. So I will have the numbers more figured out beforehand. So bear with me real quick. We're at a 6.375 right now, but then I have to put that number into 9.8. I completely just messed that up. The number was at 6 point something, 6.7. So overall, we're actually coming up with an 8.1375, which is crazy because there was some very low numbers in this score. I would say that this strain realistically got a very low rating for a few things, but this is what shows you that you cannot be focused on the material factors of the strain. You cannot be focused on what's going to impress your friends or what's going to impress you even. Honestly, there are some very ugly strains out there. I'm not going to say this is an ugly one necessarily. It's not pretty. I know that the grower of this one would even agree with me. This is not a pretty strain. It's also not a strain that's going to blow you away by the smell or the taste. So the fact that it got a decent score for the taste, and it also got a phenomenal score for the high, just shows to it just goes to show that the grower of this strain did a phenomenal job, and that is just a very big thing, a very good thing for me to be saying, honestly. There's a lot of Massachusetts growers out here that are growing some bullshit. They're actually growing some absolute dog shit, and this brand right here is not one of them. I would say that this brand is actually a brand that I would go to again, and this is my first time going to them. So very good first impression. Um, I went into this review knowing this strain wasn't going to be one that was going to blow me away off the look the smell and the material things, you know. I knew it, but I'm very impressed by the high. I'm very impressed by the way it smokes, and overall, I'm just very impressed by the structure of the nugs and all that. To be honest, the way it was grown is very good. So big shout out to Theory Wellness. But at this point, I feel like I am rambling. I definitely appreciate you. This may be my first time that I've actually went over 20 minutes and it's just been me talking. So this goes to show that I can just talk endlessly. If you guys are interested in hearing about cannabis stuff and you are in the Massachusetts area, you better subscribe. If you don't, then you might as well just go live under a rock because I'm going to make a way into this cannabis industry and just watch. Just watch. You'll see.